Oh, hi. How are you today? I'm doing well. Besides the obvious, everybody being dead. So, I'm here to show you how to live a fulfilled life in this post-apocalyptic mayhem. And I think I've perfected a fairly good system that I feel is better than therapy. Not that therapy is a viable option anymore, but if it were, these simple tricks would help you live a very satisfying, fulfilled life. You know, the funny thing is that it wasn't until everybody started losing their lives that I actually lived mine to the fullest. See, take a look here. Look at this sad sack of crap. Back when everybody's hearts were beating, everybody was smiling, babies were laughing and crying and pooping, and, just imagine him with all the weight of the world beating down on him. That's how I felt all the time. Inescapable, insurmountable. It was suffocating. I couldn't get out. I felt like I was drowning from the pressure. And then everyone died. In retrospect, it's ridiculous. If I had a time machine, I'd say, hey, don't sweat the small stuff. But instead, I've got the here and the now. And the fact is, I'm super duper happy. I'm going to show you how to do it because I'm the master at it. You ready? All right, let's go. First step of the system, stay positive. You just gotta have that mental mindset. It doesn't matter so much. Like, you have all the time in the world to do whatever you want. What is there to be sad about? The best thing I've found, smile more. If you smile, you just instantly feel those endorphins rushing inside your body. You just feel so much better inside about yourself. And no one is around you to be like, who's that smiling dork over there? Why is he smiling so much? And even if they were around, you could say, ha ha ha, I'm alive, sucker. You don't have to have any shame about it. Smile. Try it with me. Are you ready? No, not yet? Feels good, doesn't it? You smile. And that's what I do every time I think about my neighbor Joe, who, I couldn't help him. I couldn't help him in the least. I just have to smile about it. There's nothing I could do. Look at that beard. Have a little self-respect. It's disgusting. Alright, it doesn't matter that it's the end of the world. You can still have some cleanliness. He was one of the people that always judged me for smiling. It's fine. And who's frowning now? That guy! Brings me to my next point. Take care of yourself. Your body is a temple. You gotta cherish it. Exercise. Did you know that if you exercise more, it'll improve your immunity? Proven fact. I read that somewhere. Maybe Joe didn't exercise enough and that's why he died and he's not available to take advantage of my tips and tricks anymore. So, brings me to my next point. Health. Mental health. That's how we got all this started talking. You gotta take up a hobby. Think of it this way. You skipped ahead a couple decades into retirement. Congratulations. You don't get a 401k, but you do have an abundance of free time. It wasn't until everybody started dying that I realized I could start living. I've got all the free time in the world! Take up an instrument. Or read. There are millions of books in the world, and now you finally have a chance to take advantage of that. Crack one open and maybe take a few steps in someone else's shoes, whatever the saying is. Build up some empathy. It's a funny concept now that there's nobody to empathize with, but that's okay. It's important to stay busy. It's important not to sleep too much. I made that mistake myself. See, if you start to sleep too much, you start losing track of the days, and if you start losing track of the days, you start losing track of your mind, and that's not to say that I lost my mind before the virus, it's just that I found it after everybody was dead. And that sometimes it's so quiet that even the days blur together, and you don't really know which day is which. It's just that at this point, there's a lot that you can do without even thinking about it. I mean, neighbors made a little bit too much noise, Joe's death rattle was a little bit theatrical, and that's fine. Like, what was I gonna do? Let him in here to kill both of us? That's not fair. That doesn't make sense. So, he's out there, and I just wish that I had blinds on that window. I wish that I had a secure fence. It'd make these tips and trick sessions a whole lot easier, There I go again, thinking about the past. It's like I always say, look to the future! That's where all the positivity is! It's in the future! Don't look in the past! I mean, they say happiness is in other people, but